Hi, I'm Roy from Elementor, and welcome to the first look at version 3.31. This version continues to expand Editor V4 Alpha with scalable design tools and a more structured way to manage styles across large sites. While version 3.30 was about workflow, this new version 3.31 is about design. We're introducing variables, filters, backdrop filters, attributes, inherited values, a divider element, and improvements to the class manager. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Editor V4 is a reimagined CSS-first editing experience built for modern workflows and scalability. The V4 features are rolled out gradually, and every new Elementor version adds more and more V4 capabilities to your fingertips. Now, while the features in this version are, as well, powered by V4, they are still part of the alpha phase. That means that V4 is still in development, and things may still break or change. So, don't treat alpha as production ready. After the alpha is stable, a beta version will be rolled out, followed by the full release. But most importantly, we're actively collecting feedback to shape what V4 becomes. So, if you're passionate about shaping the future of Elementor, this is your moment. Go now, test the alpha, and share bugs, ideas, or areas of improvements with us on GitHub. If you haven't activated Editor V4 Alpha yet, this is how to do it now. On your test or staging site, first make sure you update it to the latest Elementor version. Then, from the WordPress dashboard, go to Elementor Settings, where you'll see the Editor V4 tab. Click Activate, you'll be guided through a few confirmation steps, and that's it. You can start building with V4 features. Okay, so version 3.31. Let's start with variables. Variables are the foundation of scalable design systems. Instead of applying a hex code or font stack directly to each element, you can now define color and font variables and reuse them across your entire site. Think of variables as the evolution of global styles from V3, now fully integrated with V4, assignable through a simple icon in the control panel, and designed to work with classes. Variables define the value, while classes define the scope. Let's see how this works. Here I have a heading element. Instead of setting a hex value, I'll hover over the color control, click the variable icon, and create a new color variable called blue yonder. I can now use this variable across other elements and classes on my site. Now, I'll assign this variable to one of my classes. That class controls other styles too, like font family, font size, and padding. But I can also create a variable for my font family and call it headings as well. So, the variable defines my font family value, but all my other text styles like font size, weight, or case sentence are defined in the class. Later on, if the brand colors change, I simply update my variable, and the change is reflected across every element and class using it. No hunting, no manual overrides. Let's move on to filters and backdrop filters. These visual effects let you style content using browser-native CSS capabilities like blur, brightness, and contrast. They're fully visual, stackable, and live previewed, so you can build polished UI layers without writing a single line of CSS. Let me show you how to apply a filter. I'll click an image, open the effects panel, and add a blur filter. You can see it instantly applied. I can add other filters or even multiple ones like brightness, contrast, or even grayscale and sepia. I can also drag to reorder or remove them entirely. Backdrop filters go a step further. They apply effects to what's behind an element, not the element itself. Watch what we can do with our header. First, I nested every element to the inner container, and now I'm adding a blur backdrop filter. Notice that my header has a transparent background. Now we have a floating sticky header, and as I scroll, I can see the filter on the back of my header come into effect. Another example, let's create a card with a glass effect on hover. I'll add some elements. Here's also the new divider element. And now I'll customize the hover state. I'll give the container a semi-transparent color background. And finally, apply the backdrop blur filter. That's how you get a glass morphism effect. Clean, readable, engaging, and modern. Next up, Class Manager enhancements. The Class Manager is where you organize and maintain your global classes. It's essential for scalable workflows, and now it's getting even smarter. First thing is the usage count. You'll now see a little counter next to each class name showing how many times it's been used across your site. When you click the number, it'll open a panel showing which pages, posts, or theme builder elements that class appears on and how many times per page. But if you got dozens or even hundreds of classes, you can now locate them with the new search bar. Just start typing the class name to quickly find the one you need. Another upgrade to your styling insights is that now you'll also see placeholders for inherited values. If a value comes from a class or a higher breakpoint, you'll see a muted placeholder showing exactly what's being applied and from where. Here I have a heading. At the mobile breakpoint, my font family, font weight, size, alignment, and text color are inherited from the desktop design, which is why these style controls are muted. But as you can see, I can still override them, only now I won't do it by mistake. It's a small change that makes complex styling safer and much more intuitive. Lastly, if you're on Elementor Pro, you now get a new structured attributes repeater inside every V4 element. I'll select this button element and open the attributes panel. From here, I can add an attribute like ARIA label, set the value to start booking, and it's instantly applied to the HTML. Whether you're building components, improving markup, or connecting to third-party tools, this gives you clean, reliable control. So, that's Elementor 3.31. Update now, activate Editor V4, try out the new features, and share your feedback in the comments below. I'm Roy from Elementor, and I can't wait to see what you create next.